Jumping right in, since I had y'all waiting so long, man, shout out to our student section. That was so awesome. Our AD, Jen, had asked the coaches, like, yo, the semester starting, our women's team, our men's team is starting off some important games. We need the athletes, we need the students to come, and these kids showed up and showed out. We gave them a hat and a shirt, so that's awesome. I hope everybody gets one. If not, we'll make sure we'll get you some shirts, because that was so cool that y'all were here, and we probably wouldn't have done it, would not have been able to stay strong enough to win that game without the students. Then just say, Zach Spiker, we're good friends, all right? His dad was the trainer at North Carolina before I got there. I've met his dad a few times over the years, and Spike's just a really, really good coach. I shouldn't be his friend where I am, because he was the coach at Army when we didn't make the tournament because they beat us that year. But that was just an awesome game that day, and then once again today. He does an incredible job. His kids are always so tough. They never stop playing, and they usually bring the best out in us. So you got to give Drexel and Zach Spiker a lot of credit. But then you got to look at our guys. There were so many times we could have stopped playing in this game because things didn't go our way, when we didn't handle things like we were supposed to. But our guys just kept fighting. And I haven't even looked at this, but they keep saying something about 40 ball. So that means somebody must have got 40. And that's just incredible. But watching Madison step up to the line, sometimes I get on these kids extra hard. And last week I went after Madison so hard after he posted up to get the ball inbounds and let Andrew dribble it up the floor. And that's what a point guard's supposed to do, how Madison handled it down the stretch today. The point guard, you go get the ball, you tell everybody, I got us, and then you make your free throws and you run off the court with the win. So big up to him, big up to Ab for carrying us through, and we really needed that one.
Hey, Madison, take me through your kind of style of play. You love that physical play in the lane. Talk about that and kind of what that brings to the team.
For me, more so, I'm a very downhill player. I think that's what I'm really good at. Really good at making plays downhill. We all have roles. I think my role is to get downhill, make plays. Some days it calls for scoring, like today. Other days it calls for me to make passes out. I mean, they had a shot block at the rim. I met him pretty early. He got one off me, but after that, I was just making the right plays, getting downhill, getting people involved, getting Ob open shots, getting JC open shots, getting Doc some dunks, down low. So I mean, basically just making plays downhill is what I'm really good at. Everything else I kind of just.
And I think you scored every point in the second overtime. Take me through that when you're kind of feeling that and you want the ball every time. I
think Coach Rice instills that confidence in me. As a point guard, I've definitely been coached here different than I ever had before. I think it's the best place I've ever been. I'm growing day by day. When I first got here, I was a little overweight. We had a long summer session. We challenged me in different ways to get better, just so we can be able to run this team and win these kind of games. So I think down the stretch, it was just confidence of walking up every time, not letting the moment get too big and knocking down the free throws.
Abdi, what does it mean for this team to, as Coach said, kind of come back so many times in this game? They made so many runs at you, and to be able to kind of pull away at the end.
Yeah, I mean, so we got to fight, you know. We got knocked down a couple times. That big shot, number 4 made it go into overtime. You know, we could have just sat down and folded, but we didn't, you know. Madison let us down the stretch, you know. I was calling for the ball a little bit, but, you know, if I get it, it's going up. Madison was calling for it, making every right play, you know, so hats off to him. Big credit to him and the guys for just fighting. Like, Andrew Ball was out there playing the best basketball I ever seen him play, you know what I mean? So when we were just playing free, playing loose, and it went our way today. We got blessed.
I think the ball dunk was the loudest.
Yeah, that was wild.
Oh my God,
that was wild.
That was incredible.
Sports Center.
Oh, and we've seen him do that
every day at practice.
He's so athletic in it, you know. But I've always said for kids, all right, with my own 2 at the house, Julian playing low bitty ball, Andrew can do all kinds of things on the court. Once he does it in a game, then he'll start believing. And I think Andrew has taken gigantic steps right now, because he does this in practice all the time. He's one of the best scorers on our team. I think he gets a little down on himself in games, and then you don't see it all the time. And now he's getting more opportunities, and you're seeing Andrew Ball can hoop, man. he can really, really play. And if the more these guys encourage him and the more I can not yell at him when he makes mistakes, you're going to see him have some really big games down the stretch for us.
And just Jack Collins, double-double, I don't know, he broke his nose.
His nose is probably broken. Micah kept saying, I think Jack has a concussion, but we checked with Bree. Bree said it was not that at the time, but he's on his way to the hospital right now. But the refs said they looked at it pretty closely. One of our guys' hand hit him. So it wasn't Drexel being dirty. It wasn't anything like that. There was no dirty plays. They play hard. We play hard. Jack's one of the hardest playing kids. He got caught in the nose today. That happens sometimes in college basketball.
What was the plan in the final seconds of regulation?
To foul.
It was to foul.
Yeah, and we got pretty close. I thought Berg was going to get him. I thought Andrew would get him, but right, the way we started retreating, I'm like, we're not going to foul him. No, and then as I said, when he comes, and I know it to Berg, I said, Berg, when he comes across half court, just reach for it. Make sure you get him. And guys, I told the kids, I didn't say it enough to make them foul. So it was not on any, if that game didn't come our way, it's on me. All right, I have to say it, and because he's a kid. All right, and if you don't really foul, they're not going to do it, and they think they're going to miss, and that all of it is on me. I'll do better next time.
Jarrett, any chance he is going to be back?
Oh, there's a chance he'll be back. He got his MRI on Wednesday. We're waiting on the results. He said he felt better yesterday. He felt better today. But, these kids, Jarrett has a bright future. And I don't know if he was healthy the whole year, all right? Because when it happened in the summer, or then it tweaked again, then we had to get the surgery, so it's 8 weeks out. He wants to be back. We need him back. As soon as they say he can play, we got him playing. But Jarrett didn't look like Jarrett running and dunking and different things, so it's like maybe he's not 100%. Maybe he was 85 to 95%. And then he tweaks his other side. So this is more caution. Because he has a bright future, and I don't want to keep putting him out there and letting him injure himself, and then people think, he gets injured too much and all that stuff. We're not even letting that become a thing. Right now, I'm being cautious because I think the boy has a long, long future playing basketball, and if he was a senior and done, maybe we have him out there right now. But when you're a sophomore and you got this much basketball in front of you, I'm going to err on the side that I'm erring on right now.
Now you got a Delaware team you've already seen this season down there.
That whooped us.
Right.
I didn't even have to say anything. They know. Madison said it. These guys whooped us down there. It wasn't close. They had us frustrated right from the beginning. It's one of the games that has been on our board of we didn't try very hard. So we got a quick turnaround. Can't do much tomorrow. That's obvious. But we can do a lot of film and a lot of talking to get ready for these guys. I don't know what they did tonight, but they whooped us. Like it was a whooping down there. So we're going to get our minds ready to see them, and hopefully we play a lot better at home.
If I may, Coach alluded to the impact of the crowd tonight. I'm wondering for the players, what was it like for you guys to play in front of the fans and the student section specifically tonight, the first game this season at home back on campus?
Go first.
again.
I think this is our first home game during school. We don't win that game without that crowd. Even though it might not seem like it sometimes, and we want to take all the credit as teams and players, they had some big shots, some really big shots, and we come back down and hit a shot, they're just back up. Like they never quit. Even when the last buzz, they were still there, probably 300 plus deep. I don't know how many people were over there, but they were deep the entire time. So we don't win that game without the crowd. I think that's one of the most underrated things about college basketball. We've been on the road, and those crowds are loud. Tonight, we were on the other side. We had the crowd with us, and they carried us through lulls and stretches where they made a lot of big shots. And we made a big shot. They were up loud on our side the entire time and didn't leave, even through double overtime. Game was late. They were still here.
How are you able to? What's it like playing in front of that crowd for you? Like, how are you? Is your mindset like? Does it help? Does it help you, or is it just business as usual?
You can't say it's business as usual. It's motivation. When you play these games, yes, you're playing for mouth, but you're playing for yourself. And every time you have a crowd, somebody that took time out their day to come out and represent and cheer for you, you want to put on your best performance for them. And today, we were fortunate enough to do that. Drexel played amazing, tremendous down the stretch. They cut the lead a couple times, even took the lead a couple times. So, I mean, they were there with us the whole time, and I think at the end of the day, we knew what we had to do, but more so, they were there with us through it all.
What else? Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
All right, good luck to the Eagles, man.
There you
And that Eagles, man, the whole